Karma clap.
And welcome back to Gorgeous Pandemonium. I'm Gabrielle.
And I'm Charissa. We're so excited to have you join us for another episode where we dive into the big things, the little things, and all the gorgeous chaos in between.
So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's get into it.
Welcome
Heyo!
back.
Welcome back. Welcome to episode.
21.
Oh, look at us. We can legally drink.
I was just going to say, yeah, we can go celebrate.
That's so exciting. So exciting.
Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes.
we're just gonna hop, skip, jump right into real things. Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. So, PSA for you beautiful listeners. First things first on our docket, and that is Tris and I have been talking about it, and we love doing our check ins every other week. But sometimes we just want to leave with a little mystery. So, we've decided we're going to do check ins once a month and put in more topics and guests and stuff like that instead.
Yes.
So, yeah, that is the first topic. Or the first topic. That is the first
First
little
announcement.
announcement.
I love it.
Second
Because
announcement.
honestly, the last 2 weeks with Colton was just so
So
fun.
fun.
So
So
much fun.
freaking fun. I could
Yes.
seriously, we've gotta have him back on.
Yes.
That human is just
Mhm.
a confetti bomb, and I'm here
Phenomenal.
for it.
A confetti bomb, I love that.
He really is, like, whew.
Yes, I
Okay,
agree. Yeah.
so we're doing our word of the days now.
Bum,
Word of the
bum,
day.
bum.
Word of the
I'm ready
week?
to write it down.
Okay.
Word of the week. Yes, try to
Word
use
of the
this
week.
this word in your days. Comment how you use it. Let us know.
Yes. I love that. Okay,
Yes.
we're gonna pick it differently.
Okay.
Pick one. This one? This one.
Uh-huh. Sorry, you froze. I only saw you pick up one. No, the other one.
This one?
That one, yeah.
Okay.
Hand tattoo.
Hand tattoo. Oh, okay. Pick 1 through 11.
Ooh, 11. I've been seeing lots of
11?
ones. 1 through 11. I have been seeing 111 a lot lately.
Hey,
What?
are you ready for this?
Oh my god, I'm excited. Yes.
Our word of the week is hogwash.
Hogwash.
It is
Yes.
a noun. Sorry, hogwash. It is a noun. Words or ideas that just don't make any sense or seem silly.
Yes, that's
Similar words would
perfect.
be, are you ready for the similar words? Gobbledy gook.
Gobbledygook.
Yeah. Nonsense, balderdash, and baloney.
Baloney. Baldash, that's funny. Gobbledygook. I mean, I've definitely, like, heard that before, but, like oh, you froze again. I can't see that. Oh, there we go. It's a pig in a bath.
And it says it's
Hogwash.
absolutely hogwash that we pigs aren't clean.
That's so cute. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool,
All
cool.
right. Okay. So
Okay.
I love that you said that about putting how they use the word in the comments. That's fantastic.
Fantastic. Making our own words now.
Making our own. Fine. Fantastic and amazing. Fantastic.
Yes. I love it. Yeah, it'll be fun to hear how people use them because I know sometimes, like, we can definitely put this one in today's, but I feel like some of the other ones were like we're really struggling to put them in. So
Uh-huh.
curious how people. So go back on the other ones and comment too how you used
Yeah.
our words because this is our fourth time doing it, third or fourth,
Fourth.
fourth time I think. Yeah, yeah, nice. All right, cool. Well, we would like to start with a mindful moment. This is something that you'll be hearing more pop into any random the mindful moment anyway, pop into any random episode. For today's mindful moment, we want to talk through there has been something kind of weighing in the news, right? And we want to talk through when big things happen, like big headlines happen, especially when it is something that is maybe more towards one party. Um, we want to bring attention to what are the things that they are trying to take our attention from? What are the things that are happening outside of this that are going under the news, under all of the information that's getting everybody all worked up and all, talking about and fighting about and stuff. Some of the things that have been going on that have not been like frontline, there has obviously been a lot of talk about the Epstein files and releasing those and who was on them and all of that, right? Um, Very recently, the Supreme Court made a decision to not release those. And that's not something that was out publicly, really, or like highlighted anyway. Um, there have also been, unfortunately, continued school shootings. One in particular that I'm aware of was at a high school in Colorado. Um, I don't know specifically of any others, but there's unfortunately, like, these are just happening all the time now, so there have probably even been others, and again, the fact that I'm stating that I don't know of any others, it's because they're not making the news, they're not headlining like they should be. Um, there is continued racism throughout our country, and people, like, I'm gonna say being victims of this, but literally dying because of this. And we're being told racism is not a thing. Racism isn't here anymore. And when these acts of violence or these deaths happen, it's always pointed to something else. It's always pointed to, well, something else was happened that this was deserved, or this was self inflicted, or just like not actually looking into what's really going on and what really happened there. Um, there's also a big attack on the First Amendment right now, freedom of speech, especially against these things, right? Against the things that are making the headlines and people coming out and speaking against them. Um, I have heard that, like, it's even being suggested or, like, highly supported of, like, report people. People who are posting things on social media, your neighbors who are out talking, like, go report them. Report them to their employers, report them to social media, like, whatever, like, get people in trouble for these things, and this is, like, our First Amendment, freedom of speech. We may not all agree, we may not all like what each other is saying, that's the whole thing of freedom of speech, right? Please share. I see you need to talk.
I was trying so hard.
No, you're good, interrupt me, like, be a part of this.
Okay, so with this mindful moment, I'm going to get heated, so if you don't wanna hear that, then fast forward for a second. Like,
I think it's good to get heated though, because, like, there's passion
well, the
behind this
fact
and
that
there's
people are being told to report others and encourage others, like, even on TikTok, anytime anyone curses now, like, should you do you wanna see this? This could hurt your feelings, or you should
seriously?
report this, or maybe report this. Yeah, because my sister and I curse at each other all the time, not at each other, but in
Yeah,
conversation
in
all the time,
conversation, yeah.
especially political posts that we are sending back and forth, and we are angry about what's happening in the world.
Mhm.
And it's a whole lot of like, what the fuck is happening? Like just being flabbergasted of like, what the fuck is happening?
And you get
This
a
is complete
comment from TikTok
hogwash.
about that?
And yeah, so
Hogwash. Complete hogwash.
complete hogwash because then TikTok, before I can even see her message or she sees mine, if there's any cursing or whatever, it said like it's like this may have offensive language or something like that. And you can choose to report someone that you're having a
Oh
conversation
my
with.
god.
So I would just like to point out that right before World War II, when right before Germany turned into Nazi Germany, this shit was happening. People were told to report their neighbors and their friends for anything and everything. And they kept dividing the people, and that is exactly what this is doing now. This is dividing us, and it's so much bigger than the left versus the right. It is so much
Mhm.
bigger than whether or not you're a Republican or a Democrat or a liberal. We are supposed to be one nation under some type of a God.
Mhm.
But what is happening is so far from any version of God that I've ever seen or heard of or learned of. And it is such a disappointment that we are literally watching history repeat itself.
100%. And it's so frustrating that there are people talking about that. We are saying that. And people are like, "No, that's not. It's totally different. That's not what's happening." There are so many differences or sorry, not differences. There are so many things that are like so many similarities that are happening that happened before. The burning and banning of books, erasing parts of history, um, paying and really like suggesting and supporting women having more children, but specific families having more children, right?
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's it's fucking hogwash. 100%. Absolute nonsense, goobly-gook, baloney, all of it.
Balderdash. Balderdash.
Balderdash.
This is ridiculous. Like this, what is happening right now is absolute. It's disgusting.
Mhm.
I'm
Absolutely
so
is.
sorry.
So, to kinda wrap things up with that, really just be mindful, again, of the big headlines. What are the smaller headlines that are not coming forth? And we also want to kinda close this out with I know I touched on racism in our country, and I want to say the names of the individuals that I have heard about most recently. If you don't know their story, I encourage you to look it up. Obviously, it is going to be a sad and a hard story to read, but these things are important for us to know that they are happening, and we need to speak out about this. We need to do what we can to stop this and protect people. And I mean, knowledge is power. And I know that we said like there's an attack on First Amendment, but our speech and getting your voice out there, like it's so powerful and it's needed now more than ever. So the individuals, and I just want to preface, I hope that I am saying names correctly. But I have Trey Reed and Corey Zucatis. Our hearts and thoughts and everything go out to your family, and we're going to continue saying your name, and we are going to take a moment of silence. We're going to take 30 seconds of silence for everyone that has been impacted by all of the, I mean, political violence, racist violence, people who have lost their lives in ways that they really shouldn't have. So take a moment with us, 30 seconds. Appreciate everyone sitting with us through that. Um, Gabby, I know that you wanted to talk through something. I mean, speaking of using your voice and like speaking out about these things,
Yes.
please take the floor.
Thank you. Um, so we are recording about a month in advance right now, but it is released on October
14.
14th. And we have a protest at the Salt Lake City Capitol on Saturday, this coming Saturday, the 18th. It is another No Kings protest. Charissa and I will both be there with bells on
Yep.
because what is happening right now is not what this country is about. It is not what this isn't it. But simply put, this is not it. That this is not it for the country. This hate, this the widespread scare tactics, the bullying coming from the people who are supposed to put laws in place to protect us. It's flat out bullying at this point.
Mhm.
It's
100%,
not
yeah.
okay. So, with that being said, there's the No Kings protest this coming Saturday, October 18th of 2025. We would love to see you there in support of the America that we are supposed to be in,
Mhm.
the America that we were all taught about, the one that people are so patriotic about,
Mhm.
because that is what we are trying to protect. We are not trying to force anyone else to believe exactly what we believe. We are just saying that what is happening needs to stop because it's not okay. Because that is not what
Yeah,
this country was founded on. And the
exactly.
racism can get the fuck out of here. I am so tired of it.
We are
Like,
all people. None of
we're
us
all
are.
people.
Mhm. It's it's so sad. And I mean, like you said, it's not about sides, it's not about beliefs, it's not about,
Mm-mm.
like, I mean, maybe it is the belief that we are all human beings. We all deserve to live and to have a seat at the table and have a voice. Like, I don't know where
I don't
it ever.
I personally don't even sorry, I'm totally cutting you off right now,
No, you're fine.
but I'm going to speak to what you just said. I don't even want a fucking seat at the table that a lot of people are wanting. I just want to be known, like, that like, not me personally, like, I'm not this is not a clout thing, this is a the people need to be known,
Mhm.
period. The people who are running the country right now do not see us, and we deserve to be seen. I don't wanna sit and have dinner with the people running the country. I want to stand and say, "Fuck this shit, fix it or get out," because that is exactly what we should be able to do. We should be allowed to do this.
Mhm.
And it's fucking scary because we honestly don't know what's going to happen this Saturday. We honestly don't know if we are going to go and be peacefully protesting. Because keep in mind, that is what this is. This is a peaceful protest. We are
Yep.
not going there to riot. We are going there to say our piece, to be, to show up.
As we
We
have
are
the
not
right to do.
because we have the right to do that.
Mhm.
And while we still have that right, You bet your ass I'm gonna do it.
Yep,
We would love to see you
absolutely.
there if you would like to join us.
Yes.
Teresa's
Yes,
making
we
her
would.
and I some shirts, so
Yeah. Come find us and tell us.
come find us. Yeah.
If you can't come to the Salt Lake one, there is also one in Provo, Utah, and I'm sure that there are ones in other states too, because I know last time this happened, there
Mhm.
was one in, like, every state. So, definitely look it
There were
up
I think there were, like,
locally.
2,000. I think that's what
Yeah.
I heard was that it was, like, 2,000 protests the same day. So
Nice.
it was considered, like, the largest protest ever
Yes.
or something like that. It
Yes.
was really cool.
Well, and I think with the last one too, I think Salt Lake City had I don't know, I don't even remember, but I we had a huge turnout,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to think yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I saw TikToks of that one, and there was another one that I did go to that I don't remember. I mean, I think it was just overall, um, but, like, so many people showed up, and they ended up, like, walking down, like, the streets of Salt Lake, and I saw some really cool videos from that, so
Mhm.
but,
I love
yeah,
that.
if
I
you
love
are anywhere near Salt Lake and can make it, we would love to see you because
Yeah.
we will be
Well,
there.
we're also gonna be bringing water for everyone that's there. So,
Yes, we'll have lots of water,
water
just gotta stay
bottles, they won't be
hydrated.
pre-opened. Yeah. It'll
Yes.
be sanitary and safe, don't worry.
Safe. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
But yeah, so that was my piece on our mindful moment. So,
Yes. Just stay aware, folks.
yeah,
Just
stay aware.
yeah. Do you feel
Mhm.
complete on that?
I do. I
Great.
actually do, and I'm really excited for Saturday. Like, I am so
Me too.
excited. It's I'm excited to show up, to really
Yeah.
be there. It'll be a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It really will be. And I just that just brought a thought to my mind. Keep in mind for our listeners, showing up can look different for everyone. If you can't physically make it to a protest or maybe I mean, you don't want to physically be at a protest or like for whatever reason can't be there, that's okay. You can still show up in a lot of different ways. So any way that you can show up is helpful. Any way that we can all step it into our piece.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm here for it. Okay.
With that, would you like to take us through your topic for today?
Yeah. Yeah, I would. Okay. So, handy dandy notebook.
Yeah.
My topic is nothing to do with,
Okay.
but it does have to do with what we were talking about when we did our last check-in. How I said I want to like romanticize my life a little more.
Yes. Okay.
So I want to talk about the little luxuries that make life better. Okay. Because I truly believe that it's the little moments that make everything, right? Uh, I don't know if that made sense, but to me, it's the little moments, it's the little
Yeah.
details that really like bring me joy.
Mhm.
Um, so like freshly washed sheet, um, having it like lighting a candle while I clean,
Yes. Well, especially since you can't have candles right now, right? So I'm sure
right?
that's where you can.
Hmm. Um, like listening to my best friend and I have a conversation every Tuesday on my way into work. It's like, how cool that we get to relive these conversations.
Yes.
Um,
It's fun to be both part of the process and to listen to it.
it really is. It really is. Um, but like, okay, so and I've talked about like bubble baths. stuff before. Like,
Mhm.
everyone is I'm pretty sure if you've listened to any of the other episodes, you're aware that I have a really awesome bathtub and I love using it.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, um, like, those little moments, like, to me, they bring me so much joy in such a chaotic world. And, like, having like, when I am able to have a slow morning and drink my coffee at home and sit on my patio and just be and watch my neighbors walk their dogs and go to work and whatever. It's just such an incredible, like, reset. And even, like, the other day, like, one of the simple luxuries that I have living in the apartments that I do is we have a year-round hot tub and pool. The other
So
day, I was
nice.
wildly overwhelmed, and I went to the hot tub, and there was no one there, and that is one of the most wonderful luxuries that I feel like a freaking goddess, like a freaking queen. I had the pool and the hot tub to myself. Granted, the pool was closed, but the hot tub was not. So I sat my happy ass in that hot tub and I was just there. And like I was there in silence for a good like 30 minutes before I was like, okay, people probably, and then of course like my internal dialogue of people are definitely looking at me to sit here not talking, not listening to anything, so which is
So
so
what if
dumb,
they are
for real. But I put on ghost hunts while I was alone in a hot tub
in the
after
dark?
dark, in the
Oh
dark.
my god.
I was listening to ghost hunts, getting creeped out, and it was great. But it's like those little things are such luxury, like, such luxury. Like,
Mhm.
I'm very aware that this is definitely, like, first world luxuries that I'm
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about, but, like so, like, my yeah. I wish that more people I think that if more people actually carved out the time, because like, the thing is, like, I don't have time to go to the pool or the hot tub. I don't
Mhm.
have time to mindfully have my coffee in the morning. I don't have time to take a bubble bath. I don't have that kind of time. I am busy all the time, but I'm forcing myself to make the time because
You have to, yeah.
I have to. Like, my mental health, obviously, we talk about this all the time. Like, my mental health means more to me than my freaking sanity, which is kind of an oxymoron. That's absolute hogwash right there. But, like,
It's hogwash that we have to, like, choose one or the other, though.
yeah, like, I know that, like, we talk about my sleep schedule all the time. Not all the time, but quite often. We talk about that I don't sleep very often until I do.
Mhm.
But it's like, I don't want to keep living like this. I don't want to have to, like, take time out of sleep for things. I don't wanna
Mhm.
have to keep taking time out of my sleep for things, because pretty soon I'm just gonna be running on 2 hours of sleep instead of 4 hours of sleep, and that's
My
just not
god,
good for
dude.
anybody.
No, that's just not okay. I feel yeah, you and James, I'm like, you literally can't like, one of these days, you're just gonna sleep for a week. I don't
Mhm.
know.
Well, on the bright side, I have, like, an 18-hour flight or something like that. 16 no, 18-hour
Nice.
flight. That's a lie. It's 8 and a half from to Paris and then 8 and a half to
I was gonna say, do
Kenya.
you have any layovers? But still, I
We
mean,
have
8.5, that's still
1, 3. We have 2. 2 layovers.
okay.
We have 1 in the States and 1 in Paris, and then that'll be good. Fall asleep on the plane, at least
I
when
love
we go
that.
over
Not
the
everyone can do
ocean.
that.
Oh,
Sorry,
I have
what?
no idea if I can. I've never done it before.
Oh,
But
I do, and I
I
love
got
it.
those loops. I got the loop earplugs.
Nice.
Dude, I tried them out and I am thrilled. I am so
Nice.
excited about them.
Nice.
I actually did a
James has those and loves them too.
I did a thing on TikTok about them.
Oh.
These little luxuries in life, like, sheesh. What are some of yours?
Hmm, that's a good question. I mean, I am also a big bath person, but I don't have a big bath like you do.
Maybe you should
So,
come over every once in a while.
I'm seriously just gonna come over and be like, "Kim, taking a bath." Um, I really am going to one time. Um, so taking a moment to take a shower, but not just like a shower, because like with baths, like it's very acceptable to just like sit in the water, right? Obviously with showers, it's like running water, so, yeah, I don't know, you're using more water, whatever. But just like
Mhm.
having those showers where you just sit in the water. And we have a cool like nightlight thing in our bathroom. So I turn the lights off and then I turn it's like a ring. And so I just have like a ring of blue light. And so it's like
Mm,
dark in there and yeah, it's really nice. I love it.
that sounds
Doing
magical.
that. And reading. I don't have time to read, but trying to find time to read or listen on audiobook, and also listening to my best friend and I talk about all things.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are probably my big ones.
I love that. I love that. How how lucky are we, though? We
Seriously.
are like, sweet listeners, what are your favorite little luxuries? Your day-to-day luxuries that you might not even realize are a luxury? Where like, what things do you do for you that brings you joy? Is it going and getting a coffee? Is it making yourself coffee if coffee's not your jam? Is it tea or a thoughtful moment for yourself? Or what is it? What brings you joy? What little luxury brings you joy?
I love that. Something that brings you joy. It doesn't even have to be anything crazy.
Yeah. Okay. I feel complete.
Okay, cool. Cool. Um, my topic is so last week, and it's the last 2 weeks, we had, some really great conversations, got into, like, multiple different topics. Something that I have noticed lately, and say lately loosely, like, it's been I don't know. I mean, obviously, it's been a thing for a long time, but I've noticed it for a little bit, and I'm trying to figure out how to challenge myself on it. I'm a little bit more quiet than I would like to be, um, and, I mean, even just, like, when someone says something, like, commenting on it or, like, um, sharing my piece on it too. So, I actually wanted to share something off of something that Colton had said. I don't remember which episode it was, but I think it was the last one actually, so the last week. Um, but we're gonna get into, I don't know, some real heavy topics this time. Not heavy, important. Um, so he had mentioned his email that he had sent to his bishop of when he or the previous bishop, right? When he was leaving the church and having his things removed. And I I don't remember exactly what he said. He said something along the lines of like being shamed or something like that about having sex or like having those feelings or thoughts or whatever. And how he had actually learned more about himself and respected himself, something along those lines, like with that. And I just first off, I thought that was so beautiful. I know I did kinda comment on it a little bit, last week of I really did think it was such a beautiful thing for him to call out. but it really, like, it hit deep with me for so many reasons. Um, so first and foremost, in religious culture, I mean, I will say for my experience, I did grow up in the LDS church, and sex is such a taboo topic. I mean, I think you had even said in that episode, in the church, we as women are not taught anything about it except for the fact that, like, you're here for your husbands. You're here for the men. You're here to have children. Like, there's nothing in it for you. And it really is such a shameful, like, just thought of even, like, having thoughts or feelings in that nature, especially when you are young or you're not married, right? And it's so sad because first off, that's human. Like, we are human beings. That is part of being human. That is part of going through puberty. That is part of feeling like all of these things, right? Like, that is not something that should be named. Um, and especially, I don't like with younger kids too. Like my oldest, we are talking through puberty and we are talking through these things. And like, as you should talk to your kids about these things and have safe, informed conversations because shaming things and saying no or like not informing is not helping anybody and it doesn't create great, I don't know, things. But anyway, that's not even really where I wanted to go with this. So, um, but it obviously like brings up a lot of passion, right? It's so
Mhm.
frustrating how it's portrayed and pushed on different people. Um, but for myself, for my experience in the church, I um I actually so when I was growing up, um, I really, I mean, decided to go to church on my own. My mother was raised in the church, and she is still a part of the church and, has had her experience with going and not going. But growing up in Utah, I mean, basically all of my friends in elementary school and junior high and everything, like, they were all part of the church, right? So I did choose to go on my own. Like, it wasn't anything that I was, like, forced to go or, like, went because both my parents went. It was something that I chose. And, um as I grew up and got into high school, um, I went to seminary, and I attended seminary every single year. I did all the things that you were supposed to do in seminary to be able to graduate seminary. And I actually, like, through my teenage years, I was kinda off and on with the church a little bit, but, like, I will say I actually did enjoy seminary. I enjoyed the people that were in there, I enjoyed the teachers, and, like, it was something that was like, I was fully in. Um, and I had gotten into not gotten into, I was in a relationship, and in that relationship, I I don't know. I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, I made my own choices, but I was young, right? Um, and we we did have sex, and for a little while, because of a lot of things, especially with how the church was, um, like, I didn't know how I felt about it, and I ended up going to my bishop and repenting for it because I felt so bad about it. And the whole repentance process is, like, so negative. Like, it was so heavy because repenting, like, you have to feel this regret, and you have to, like, be so sorry for it, and you're never gonna do it again, and, like, I don't like, now, I don't know that I really believe in regret. Like, I understand there's choices in our lives that we make that we can think back, like, knowing what I know now, I would do that differently, right? Or maybe I wish that it would have been handled a little differently. Every choice that you make in life, whether it's one that you're proud of or not, has gotten you to where you are, right? Has made you the person that you are today. You can learn from it. You can, take things from it. Um, so that whole process was just like it was so negative. Like I felt like a terrible person. I felt so terrible about myself. Like it was a really hard and heavy and negative time. And I had kind of like stepped out of that and was like, I don't like the way this feels. I don't want to move through this process anymore. So I had chosen to step out of the repentance process and um, come to terms with the decisions that I had made and move forward. And I don't even remember like how I presented it to my bishop, but just kind of saying like, I'm really just in this to take care of me and moving forward, like I'm going to make choices that I am comfortable with and for myself and not for other people. Um, but like I'm not promising what that looks like. So basically, like he straight up asked me because I was a teenager at the time. He asked me like, "Are you going to continue to have these types of relations with men in your life before you're married?" And I was like, I can't say yes or no to that because I'm gonna move forward through life how I wanna move forward through life, and I'm going to, like, be mindful of how I feel and respect myself and what I'm wanting to do." And he wasn't very happy with that answer. So going back to seminary, I did everything in seminary. I did everything I could to graduate and to get that I don't know. I don't know why, like, I don't know, just to, like, show that I went through it, and I guess at the time, like, obviously I believed that and was in it. Um, but at the end of the day, it's up to your bishop if you can graduate. It's not up to the work that you do. It's not up to, like, all the things that you do in the class. It's up to your bishop if you're worthy enough to graduate. So I wasn't allowed to graduate because I wouldn't promise him that I wasn't going to continue having relations before I was married. That was one of the things that led me to walk away. Because what the fuck? Fucking hogwash. I put in all of the work, and because you personally don't agree with my life choices, you're gonna tell me that I don't deserve this thing that I worked towards that has nothing to do with the personal choices that you and I had talked about? Fucking hogwash. So, when Colton shared that he had said that in his email, I was just like, "Oh my god, I am so proud that he said that and got it out there," because that's another frustration with the way that sex is portrayed in the religion is, like, it really is such a shameful thing, and, like, especially for women, like, we're not taught anything, and it's literally just, like I mean, like we've said, like, you're here to give birth and make babies, and you're here to please men. And that's not what it is at all. And you like he said too, you can learn like Colton said, you learn so much about yourself and even being in a relationship, that is such an important part of your relationship. If that is not healthy, if that part of your relationship is not healthy, your relationship isn't healthy. Like, that's such an important way for us as human beings to connect. And it's just so sad to me that it is so controlled and shamed and just all of the things and hidden ultimately in the religion. So
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to share last week. I don't know why I didn't, but I did now. So here we are.
I, uh, thank you. Thank you for sharing your story, and thank you for being vulnerable.
Thank you
That
for
could not have
listening.
been easy.
No. Well, and I think that's part of it too, is, like, being raised with that of, like, even just saying the word sex, like, it's so taboo, I don't know. Like, obviously, um, like, with certain people, like, you and I have had a lot of conversations about anything that could be taboo in different places, right? But, like, you and I are safe spaces for each other. Um, but I think maybe that's, like, part of it of what kinda held me back a little bit is that it's yeah, it is vulnerable and it's weird to talk through, but it should be talked through, it should be talked about, it shouldn't be this shameful, secretive I can't even think of all of the words that can be tied to it in such a negative way, it shouldn't be any of those.
It really shouldn't. So, with sex and the church, I am so glad that that's what you wanted to talk about more because you know that's, like, my favorite topic. Not the church part, but the sex part. Mm. So, growing up in the church with the views that everyone had on sex, that we don't talk about it, that it's not natural for women to feel anything or want anything or have these needs was so damaging. And you're absolutely right about the shame, because
Mhm,
I can speak to that shame. I am 33 years old. I haven't gone to that church since, I don't know, I was 16. Like, I visited church with some of my friends every now and then. Like, I went to the Christmas service last year
mhm.
with one of my friends and stuff like that, but I haven't actually participated in church since I was 16. I don't even think I was 16, I think I was, like, 14, 13 or 14. So it's been roughly 20 years.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh, and I still carry that shame when even though sex is one of my favorite topics ever,
Mhm,
talking about it, I think that's part of why is because 'cause I'm trying to normalize it for myself because sex should be an open conversation. It
mhm,
should not be pushed away and so taboo
mhm,
that nobody knows anything about it, because I have a feeling that if we were more open about sex in general, and this is just a theory, we were more open about sex in general, I think there would be a lot less domestic abuse, um, SAs,
mhm,
things like that, because you're suppressing completely natural urges. And when people can't even talk about these urges without shame, they lash out.
mhm,
And I think that, especially for women, I think that it is such a disservice to women everywhere that we aren't educated, that we aren't educated as well as we should be about our own bodies and what good can come from pleasure and our own bodies, dude. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know what my uterus looks like because I see it all over the place, right? I see it on stickers and stuff. But to scale, I have no idea how big my uterus is.
mhm,
I have no idea what it looks like. I have no idea what it's supposed to be. Like, I don't know, because I saw a diagram of it, like, once when I was in sex ed in high school or junior high or whatever.
mhm.
Cool.
Yeah, it's It's
Oh,
so sad.
another thing, because I thought about high school for a split second. Do you know how many teen pregnancies would be like the numbers would dwindle so quickly if we were just
Uh-huh,
open about sex, if we just
uh-huh,
had the conversations, and instead of preaching that abstinence is the only way, use a fucking condom.
uh-huh.
Introduce condoms to stupid
Yeah,
ass teenagers, especially when they
yeah,
don't have much to do. Like,
mhm.
Jesus.
Teach them how to be safe with it, and also
Yeah.
not shaming, like, the thoughts and self-pleasure, because that's
Uh-huh.
also like, I mean, I guess I wanna say the church, obviously here in Utah, like, there's not really a difference between church and state, right? So I don't know entirely how it is in other states, but, like, that's really what it is. Like, it's just not like yeah, abstinence, that is the only way. Like, one of our friends and I joke, what is it? I think it's off of Mean Girls, the high school teacher that's like, "Have sex and you'll get chlamydia and die." Like,
Uh-huh.
that's what our education is, not even that. Like, I think here in
Uh-huh.
Utah, it has, like, diminished even since we were in high school. It's, like, not even a thing anymore, which just makes me so sad. Like, I went through, maturation with my oldest recently and was like, they touched on some things, but, like, the opportunity to just really educate these kids and to help them understand. And I mean, like you're saying, like teach them how to be safe with it because they're not going to just be abstinent as we can see. That's not even even kids in the church, that's how we get fucking soaking and whatever the things that they do because they're trying to get around it because we all have these urges, right? But they're trying to do what they can to go around it and not be fully sinful or whatever. But like, this is something that is totally natural. There are absolutely ways to be safe about it. And I mean, even as an adult, right? Like, I think it's also, um, like, it's so sad that first off, it's put so much like you have to be married to someone. First and foremost, again, like I was saying, with that being such a big part of your relationship, you really want the first experience with this individual and or your first experience in life to be on the night of your wedding because I mean, I don't know about you, obviously, I just announced I was young. My first time, I like not great at all. I had so many feelings, I don't even know, and was just like and especially for women, like, it's I don't know. I could say so many things, but it just that's so sad to me because you really should know, like, the person that you are going to marry, and I don't know, like, you should know them on multiple levels before like, if that like, especially with the way that church views marriage, right? Because the way that church views marriage is like, this is the rest of your life, this is eternal, this is everything. And even, like, not even living with them, not seeing them in this way, not being with them, like, I don't know. It's just so crazy. Sex is not it should not be a shameful thing. It can be such a beautiful thing. And I hate how there's also so much shame on women specifically if you have been with multiple people, or you've been with too many people or whatever, because that changes things for some people. I don't know. It's just so sad, all of the shame and lack of education around it all. We need to do
Yeah,
better. I
we need
hope
to
we
do
do
better.
better for the future generations. If you have
Seriously.
kids and you haven't had these conversations, I mean, even honestly, even depending upon like, even if your kids are young, there are different things that you can do to help them to understand their body, to understand how to be safe with things and how to stand their ground and have their own boundaries. Like there are so many books out there. There are so many there's people on TikTok that are very passionate about, like, speaking to these things and helping you understand how to teach your children, so please teach your children. Let's help everyone because it's not shameful, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And, like, yeah, start with just teaching them body positivity
Mhm.
because society has fucked people over with body image,
Oh, bad. Oh
men
my
and
god.
women,
Mhm,
masculine and feminine.
mhm.
So be kind to your children and don't send them off into a world that's going to tell them things that aren't necessarily true.
Mhm. Yep. Be careful of the things that you I mean, even give them access to, like,
Mhm.
even social media. My oldest and I were actually just talking about social media and how damaging it can be, and that's one of the things is I was like, you see especially nowadays because we have all of these filters and you can edit, and I'm like, even just, regular Joes, like, you can just pop on a filter and post this picture that is just breathtaking, right? But not that you as an individual are not breathtaking, but that's not truly what you look like. That's not every bit of what you look like, right? And, like, it's so hard for us as individuals to see all of these people posting all of these things and to not compare yourself to it because
Mhm.
that's how media pushes things. That's how society pushes things, and it's like, it is so sad. It's so damaging.
It's like that saying, "The keeping up with the Joneses." Like you're
Yes.
trying to keep up with something that's not even real
Mhm.
because thanks to those filters, the catfish game is so strong now.
Mhm.
So strong.
So strong. Yep.
It's
Yeah,
insane.
so bad. Mhm. Yep. Yeah. Yes, agreed. But that's my tangent for today.
I love it. That was a good one.
Thanks.
You feel complete?
I do.
Hmm, me too.
All right. That is a wrap on this week's episode. Thank you so much for joining us in the chaos.
We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe, leave us a review or a comment of your favorite moment or what you'd like to hear next, and share it with your friends.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for more gorgeous pandemonium throughout the week.
Until next time, keep embracing the madness.
We'll see you.
Next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.